everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be talking about things that you should buy at Petsmart and things that you should not buy at Petsmart. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. So basically I went to Petsmart.com and I went to their rabbit or small pet section and went through each category they have, like hutches, bedding, like all the different categories of stuff, and kind of wrote down some things that are good and some things that are bad. So let's start off with hutches. So surprisingly, some of the hutches they have for sale actually are okay as long as they are big enough. I'm going to leave a link in the iCard to, I actually don't know what site it is, but I'm going to leave a link in the iCard to a video I did that kind of explains the requirements for a good rabbit hutch. So you guys definitely should go check that video out if you're considering buying a hutch from PetSmart. I just will say that I have had hutches bought online before. I had one and it really wasn't very good quality, so if you're looking for a really good quality hutch that's going to last you a long time, then honestly I would recommend just building your own. Next, this one is going to be very quick, the cage section. I took a quick scroll through and it's a hard no. I did not see anything that was anywhere near suitable for a rabbit, so it's a no for me. Alright, the next thing I took a look at was their Playpens, and all I have to say about this is just save yourself time and money and just go buy a dog exercise pen. Their Playpens are like $60 and they're way too short for a rabbit anyway, so like save yourself money and save yourself the time that you would spend chasing your rabbit because they escape from the pen, and just go buy a dog exercise pen. They're like 30-40 bucks. So next is the tunnels and hideouts. Most of the ones I saw that were intended for rabbits are pretty okay. I would definitely recommend Oxbow more than other brands, especially if they're like a chewable tunnel. I think Oxbow is better quality than some of the other ones like KT or All Living Things, but I think most of their tunnels and hideouts are okay. Next is the litter and bedding. Always stay away from wood shavings. They're not safe for your rabbit, and I know that they smell really good to us, but rabbits have really sensitive respiratory systems and they're actually really harmful to them, so don't get strong smelling litter like pine shavings or other types of shavings. I believe there is one type of wood that can be safe for rabbits, but I can't remember what kind it is. So now the good kinds of bedding that they do sell is Carefresh and KT Clean and Cozy. Just make sure that you're not getting any that has any dyes or added like scents in it, because again, you don't want to be adding a bunch of scents to your rabbit's litter because that's not good, and you want to make sure it's natural and doesn't have a bunch of dyes in it. Alright, next up, litter pans. No, just go get a cat-sized litter box. The litter pans they have in the small pet section are small. They're not big enough for rabbits. Rabbits need to be able to do a full 360-degree turnaround in their litter box and have space to just move freely, because they're going to be spending a lot of time in that litter box, and the ones they have for small pets are just way too small, so just go get a cat-sized litter box and it's going to be so much better. I do have a link in the description of my videos to the litter box we use. I believe we got it on Petco, but they may have it on PetSmart as well. But if you want to go check that out, it'll be in the description below. Alright, now moving on into kind of the food section of things, we have hay. So Oxbow hay is a really good brand. I really like Oxbow because they're most of the time pretty good quality and they're pretty affordable too. So I would definitely recommend Oxbow hay, which they do have. But just make sure you're staying away from hays that have added like fruits or stuff in them, because those really are not good for your rabbit. Hay is not supposed to be sugary and like a treat. It's just something your rabbit needs, and it shouldn't have a bunch of sugar in it. So just plain hay. Don't get the stuff that has a bunch of added like carrots and fruit and stuff in it. Oxbow does have some hays that have like added herbs in them, which is totally okay. I wouldn't recommend feeding that as your rabbit's full like main source of hay, but as a little extra hay, that could be okay. Alright, moving right along, we're going to hop over into the treats department. So again, Oxbow is a pretty good, reliable brand. There are a few things from them that I wouldn't really recommend, but as far as treats go, I think most of their treats are pretty okay. But anytime you're buying treats for your rabbit, you just want to make sure you check the ingredients list, make sure everything is safe, and make sure there are no added colors or sugars, because that's not good for your rabbit and you want to keep it nice and natural. Alright, let's have a quick talk about pellets. So personally, I feed Brenny Oxbow adult rabbit pellets, just the plain ones. I don't have like the garden select ones, just like the regular ones. But I will say that not every rabbit has a good reaction to pellets, and some rabbits do need a pellet-free diet. Now, as for my own rabbit, Brenny does need pellets in her diet. I have spoken to vets about this, and Brenny needs pellets in her diet. So that is why I feed pellets, but not every rabbit needs pellets, so you're just going to want to talk to your vet about that. But if you are going to get pellets, you just want to make sure you stay away from ones that have added stuff in them. Katie is really not a good brand for pellets. They tend to add a lot of like treats and stuff in their pellets, and you don't need that. You just want good hay-based pellets. So yeah, just speak with your vet about whether or not your rabbit needs pellets in their diet and what type of pellets are going to be best for them. Alright, let's talk about toys. So personally, I don't really like buying toys from pet stores. So I did have a look through some of Petsmart's toys, and they do have some okay natural toys. They have some good Oxbow toys, but personally, I like to stay away from toys that have added dyes and colors in them. Even if they claim to be rabbit safe, I personally would just rather feed very natural toys, because I just feel like that's better for your bunny. So I don't really like to buy toys from pet stores. A lot of times rabbits don't like them as much because they're just not as good high quality. So if you are looking for some good high quality toys for your bunny, I would recommend checking out some places like BinkyBunny.com, as they have some really good high quality natural toys that your bunny will most likely like a lot better than Petsmart toys. The last thing I would kind of just like to mention is harnesses. Now, I could make an entire video about this, so let me know if you want to see that. But basically, long story short, I would not recommend harnesses. They have a lot of risks, and I just would not recommend getting a harness for your rabbit. So let me know if you want to see a video on that. Anyways, that is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I wasn't able to cover all of the categories in the small pet department, but I feel like I was able to cover some of the more important ones. As always, if you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments below, and I will do my very best to answer them. But yeah, give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications if you haven't already. And we will see you guys next week. Bye!